Alright. I guess this is enough fucking around. Ryan's gonna be with us this whole trip, though. Because he is the driver. And he drives. Game? Game? Game capture? Hello? Game capture? Hang on, let me reopen it. It shows up in my game capture, but it doesn't seem to be showing up. I can capture my display, which works. Okay, guess we're doing this. Oh. I'll leave the mouse on screen, like that one teacher. We're traveling. Alright. Let's play. Do you like to customize your settings? Oh, yeah. That's how they intended it. We're gonna do that. So, this is like, you know, Stalker, but, I drive. 1947, the Olympic Peninsula became the staging ground for promising new technology. As rumors of its utopian creation spread, so did stories of overnight evacuations, unsolved disappearances, and something else. In 1955, the government walled off a section of the peninsula to establish the Olympic Exclusion Zone. For 30 years, the zone's borders grew until the government withdrew and sealed every access point. This is just your average drive through Oregon. What happened inside was never disclosed. Never. I'm just a normal guy. This is just your normal drive. Ooh, that's... What? Oh, there's tearing. I didn't read any of that. Oh, God. Oh, man. Okay, first of all, I have eyes. I have natural motion blur. My brain flickers that out. Where's... Remove motion blur, please. Oh, God. Um... That's anti-aliasing do? I don't know. But let's just turn this shit down a little bit. It's got this weird like linger. I don't know. Gameplay, players FOV. Assisting camera, dread, tumble, car, transition, tumble, tool, bob. Motion sensitivity. Yes. Blur. I don't need blur. Realism. I I I don't know. Anti-aliases, smoothing edges. Well, oh, that did make it better. But I hate this. Yes, dude. Can I use my controller? Oh yeah. I try. Can I? Oh god, everything's going off. I was like, what? Can I steer and use my mouse at the same time? Oh my gosh, I can. Wow. I might actually do that. I know that sounds insane, but hang on. So use held tool. Oh, that's for player. For car, throttle, that use ability. Oh, that might not work. So now I'm driving with my left hand and steering, and I can look around and like flip this stuff. So oh, you have to push E. Oh, come on. That's nice. And like, controller's nice because it's nice to steer on a controller because you can like ease it because, you know, keyboard buttons 0 or 100, but your joystick is less so. And you can also control your throttle a bit better. But the mouse is nice because it can like look around like in real life. Yeah, toggle the wipers, there you go. I feel a little close to the window though. You know? Like normally you'd sit back with another foot. Also in video games you need twice as many. Can I sit back more? If I increase my car FOV, will that make me feel like I'm sitting further back? Yes! Oh god. I feel like I'm a little to the left though. Okay. Yeah, we can do all that. I drive. Alright. Warning. Something. This is not plot relevant or it'd be loaded in. I drive. I off-road. Oh. Oh, it's the zone. Going. That's not good. Uh-oh. Car's dead. Oh, the motion blur. Pick up that FOV. This is Stalker Road Trip. This is your average drive through Oregon. Okay, it's the Pacific Drive. You just need to get from Vancouver down to California. Going through what? Going to Washington? Going through Washington, I guess. The Olympic exclusion zone. I don't like Russia though, so. Oh, my car. Find transportation. It's right there. Getting irradiated. Oh my gosh. Caution. What's this, crouch tutorial? Yeah. Like Master Chief, look up, look down. Okay. Now your controls are inverted. Kick? No, there's no like kick animation.
Hello? Someone out there? Hello?
It's our shit box.
I could have sworn never mind. Francis, the radar's acting up again. You were supposed to tune up this piece of junk years ago.
Go wheel. Oh, you gotta hold. Oh god. I know my computer's not top of the line, but I wouldn't expect this game to be like that. Get in. Oh. Alright. Oh, we gotta start it. E. What? Okay. What's? Oh, I gotta look down and push right bumper. Okay.
Oh, the signal. Yes, it's back. It's back. This is Tobias Barlow and Francis Cook, located in mid-zone sector B. Do you read me? I'm picking up your distress signal.
I wonder if I can change E to like left click on the mouse, or not the mouse, like well, I do want that. Toggle radio. Radio volume up, down, channel. Bindings car. Toggle women. Actually, so keyboard, mouse, car. Is left click used for anything? So abilities, radio volume, toggle wipers. So those are all shortcuts. E, interact, zoom in, use tool. Okay, let's try that.
The outer zone. It looks like
Okay.
you're somewhere around Sector E.
Makes
Hey,
sense to
Francis,
me.
come here! Yes, it's urgent. Leave that interferometer alone for a second. Something is out there.
Just your healthy dose of radiation. Listen, you get more radiation on a plane.
Hey, we got a live one. Hey, do you copy? Hello? Hello? Is this thing working?
They don't have a transmitter. We won't hear a thing back.
Huh. But if they're stranded, could they, they're from outside? They're a preacher?
Breach it.
Hey, how did you get through the barrier wall? No one's gotten into the zone in ages and lived to tell about it.
And if we don't get them to safety, this one won't either.
That's a good point. Hey, you're in serious danger. The instability's closing in, and it's gonna scramble you quicker than beef in a blender. Your closest shelter is a few miles east. Get there however you can, and be quick about it.
So, check your fuel. Oh, check your trunk for a fuel tank. Okay. Is this a Woody? Ah, 0 out of 10. Oh. Oh, ew. Okay. Left side or right side? Oh, right side, the worst side. Oh. Oh, from the broken down car. Okay. You do have a sprint. Fill your tank. Ah. Is there... Oh, that's not good. Get in! Get in! Just drive!
Whoa, wait, hold the phone. There it is again, that blip on the spectrometer. I've seen that waveform before, but where? Oh, kidding. Could it be?
just
There
drive.
hasn't been one in decades.
Look at that spectral fingerprint and tell me that doesn't match the remnants exactly.
No. What we should be looking at is how fast this creature seems to be moving.
Huh. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say they're going about the speed of a... No way. No way to not tell me. They found a remnant and it's a car this time? Holy cripes! No one's had working wheels in here for ages. Boy, I'd kill to know how a combustion engine's still chugging away out there.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, the breacher needs to get to safety.
Oh, great.
Then we can look into whether that car is a remnant or not.
In my heart of hearts, I already know. Then back, baby.
Please. Please.
When you find that shelter, go on and let yourself in.
Come on.
Hoppy ain't gonna like you poking around in there, but better to face a bad side than let the zone eat you alive.
Drive east. Okay, seems like a place I can stop. Okay, lets me out. Oh, yeah. Well, let me get in though. Is that because I'm holding something and it's also interact? Well, that worked. Oh, is it clear? Alright, fine. I'll go in. Flip the breaker switch.
Broadcast.
Hello, attention. This message is for Dr. Ophelia Turner. Send a preacher to your garage on official zone business. Now, we have it on very good authority that this person is in possession of a remnant, which has taken the form of a car, and, well,
You got the remnant thing. She's not gonna care.
right, like I said, super official zone business. Protocol, demands that you keep them alive until we can get them to safety. Now, if you do not comply, I will occupy this broadcast channel with a recitation of the entire collection of poems I've personally written in 10 years and 17 volumes, and...
Give her that voice, like a nail gun to the skull. So, another preacher, huh? How do you outsiders not understand that Arda didn't build that 300-meter wall out there?
Should have made it
for fun?
310 meters.
Unless you're one of the unfortunates who got zapped through. Wait, I just remembered. I don't give a damn why or how you got here. You're trespassing, and I'd kindly like you to get the hell out of my zone. Unfortunately, the barrier wall is as fortified against creatures trying to get in as it is against anyone or anything trying to leave. We have to find your way out. So you might as well start by fixing up that car. Just don't break anything in my shop with those soft hands of yours.
Okay. This car. Let's crack this baby open. Carbureted engine. Nice. Battery. More empty than full. On the alternator for a while. Bumper. Pull the car in. Put the wheel back on. Where did my wheel go? I mean, I drove it in here. No. How'd this happen? The tire looks a little flat. Okay. Close the garage door. Oh, crude door. No. Let's see. No. It's crude door. Gather from the abandoned car behind the garage. I don't want to go outside, I guess. Pry bar. Oh, God. Pry bar. Is there not a quick transfer? No, space. Duct tape. An inventory. Okay. The scrapper. So, use to turn on anything out there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, alright. I'm getting it. Alright. So, I got the stuff, right? So, now I can make a door for some reason. And crude door. And I need to fucking make it how? I mean, I have it. Scrap the abandoned car's wheels panel. Okay, well, I guess they're not going to make me until I scrap everything about it. Okay. Oh, I gotta do it at a workbench. Get the door. Craft the door. Take the door. Put it on the back. There you go. Get the repair putty from the locker. Repair the car body. Oh, that one's empty, but I got more, right? No, that one's not in good shape. Okay. Very good. Can we be good? What other structural parts are you talking about? The hood? Okay. Scan the flat tire. It is, in fact, a flat tire. Repair the flat by crafting or replace with a spare tire found in the locker. Why would I not just use a spare tire found in the locker? Unless I dropped it and I didn't find it. Just pick it up. There, looks good. Scan the loose wheel. Front left wheel is loose. The mechanics kit. Alright, this is a lot of mechanics really fast. Okay, cool. Wow. Install the cardboard boxes in the trunk. Let's see. Thanks for... Install the craft mat in the trunk. You couldn't have thought of like a more interesting way to introduce these mechanics?
There's a little prototype of mine in the garage. The arc device. Hook it up to your car, wherever it'll fit.
Can you... I guess I can't open the door with shit in my hands.
This beauty won't just be your tour guide. It's your North Star and the only way back to safety. Heck, you should consider it the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit if you plan on staying alive. That's how important this thing will be to you. Yes, that's my very own invention. I'll tell you more about it if you live long enough to use it.
Hey, we'll get in here. Okay, never mind. Your crowbar broke. It's a chunk of iron. Oh. It's so big. Refuel your car from the pump. Throw the switch to charge the battery. Re-put the fuel in the car. Charge
If
the
you're all
battery.
set, take a look at the projector against the wall. This is the zone. Within these borders, all matter has lost the ability to hold a constant physical state. What that means is the shape, size, and makeup of just about everything constantly changes. A mile of grass can turn into 10 miles of swamp in the blink of an eye, and it does. Constantly. It's caused by something we call instability. We're completely surrounded
turn
by
into
it,
a
and once
ghoul.
you've watched it chew through entire mountains, you'll understand that you don't want to get anywhere near it. We can only survive in here within pockets of stability. That's what you're standing in now. And that's what you're seeing mapped on the route planner. If we're going to find you a way out of the zone, you'll need to build a new antenna. Until then, you won't be able to detect stabilized routes beyond your immediate area. So, you've got to go hunting for parts, and that means taking a drive.
A
Go on,
drive?
pick a route. The arc device in your car will then show you where you need to go.
Okay. 3 hours.
Off you go.
What's this? It's
Make
holding
a left out of the garage and follow the access road.
click stuff. Tired of like all this. Oh, hold and click and hold and it's like just click once. Oh my gosh, this has gotten a lot more crowded. Oh my god, they put all sorts of stuff in here. What's the abilities equipped? So we're going this way. Get on the road. I'm on the road. Oh, you don't drive there, it just teleports you there. I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of a driving game, I suppose.
Okay, newbie. I'll keep this simple. I don't want to overwhelm that little brain of yours. You'll need a few things to rebuild the antenna at the garage. First on the list is plasma. The woods are littered with plasma generators. Look for a research trailer or a spark tower. But that's those antenna things zapping you when you get too close. Both are always accompanied by plasma generators.
The arc device is picking up on some plasma generators nearby. Your headset has a built-in scanner. Use it on the plasma generator, and it'll figure out the tools you need. Looks like it's ripe for the picking. Can't get at it with your hands, though. An impact hammer will do the trick.
You want me to make an impact hammer? Alright.
Find those materials by any means necessary. No one's coming back ever again, so go on and take what you need. Transports, homes, outposts, facilities, they've all been abandoned since the zone was decommissioned in '87. Most of those structures won't even be there the next time the instability scrambles the area. So loot to your heart's content. Just loot away.
I can just like put stuff here, right? Sure.
Look at you, out in the zone all on your own. They grow up so fast, don't they? And I'll be back at the helm. Been a long time, old gal. Didn't think we'd talk again after that whole Sasquatch incident.
Yes, I was hoping to go another decade without hearing your voice again. What did you finally talk Francis to death?
Hello to you too, Oppie. And no, I'm still here.
Recommended. Crap. Replace parts. Gas cylinder and gear. Oh, do I have to make the gear? Do I have to make this cylinder? Oh. Let me in. Let me in. Really? I don't want to do that. Yeah, okay. I still don't want to do that. Oh, you can. Let me in. Oh. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Hey, driver. I bet you're dying to hear all about the remnants by now.
Can you not? I'm a little busy trying to keep them alive.
I'll keep to the basics, I promise. They deserve to know what they're getting into.
Fine. I'm giving you 60 seconds.
That is not nearly enough time to get...
55 seconds and counting.
Okay.
Clever
The
idea.
remnants, in short, they're old objects that do all sorts of weird things. They bind themselves to people, and you're the latest victim. You and the car are inseparable now, so get acquainted. Once the remnant is bound to someone, they become gradually more obsessed with it. It takes over the victim's mind, until they go crazy and run off into the zone with it. No one has ever been able to resist its siren call. That fixation is probably worming its way into your brain as we speak. This is the first time we've ever got our hands on one. But we know all about the past remnants, and oh gosh, this one time it materialized as an old copper kettle, and the tea that came out of that thing, it was...
And now I'm splitting the transmissions going to your receiver. Anything critical to your immediate needs will broadcast directly and immediately to your radio and headset. Anything not mission critical will be on a low priority frequency. Those transmissions will be recorded and indexed for you to listen to at your leisure. And by low priority, I mean just about everything that comes out of Tobias's mouth.
Okay. Great. So I should have everything, I think, probably. I hope. They really should have put your main action key just on your mouse button. There's no reason to have it all on E. You know? The trunk gunk. Impact hammer. So I need a gas cylinder. Where do I get a gas cylinder? We're already starting this. Pressurized cartridges. Is there a loot all button? Is it T? Are you for real? Okay. My bad. It's my bad. Impact hammer. My god. What the hell is this? Okay. One plasma. Oh, transfer materials. I see. Load flare. Okay. Oh, I left it running this whole time. Probably not the best. Back. Can I just... Why isn't right click back? Okay. That would just make too much sense. Left click, right click. Alright. Damn. Will this just kill me instantly? No. Let's see. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna steal plasma battery. goods. Vehicle. Oh. Oh, it's flat though. Can I take it? Can I give it a kick? Okay.
Well, it looks like you're near one of the old Gorilla radio stations. That ought to be prime pickings for antenna parts. I've loaded its approximate location to your map. Look for an antenna tower up on a hill somewhere.
I'm guessing there's no, like, back, because... You know, like, there's no, like, hatchback on there. The colored lights. It's like, don't drive off this cliff, please. Seems to be the case. Play. Alright, I'm pushing. Oh, you have to hold.
My, where are our manners?
Driver, we never introduced ourselves.
Not really. Tobias Barlow, former Artem maintenance manager.
Oh, and here with me is Dr. Francis Cook.
I was a R&D scientist researching limb technology right here in the zone.
We live right in the mid-zone. Just a hop, skip, and a jump over another big old wall from where you're at. Oh, and that old bat over there? That's Dr. Ophelia Turner, former director of research and development herself. The mother of limb technology, the maven of electromagnetism.
That's enough.
Resident party pooper.
Yeah, you too. All kinds of goodies. Take a double decker. It's very dark. Scrapper. Electronics. Yep. That's an electronic, all right. You burned that back! Stealing my car. Can't have nothing nice in the anomaly. Can't have shit in the zone. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I want to take all my loot and put it in that box. Honestly, the whole scrapping thing where you like have to tear it down seems like busy work, if I'm honest. And then it like just dumps it on the floor, which it's like, okay. I don't want that. Okay. Wait, am I missing a tire? No. What's that? I see why the screen was so close. Can't read any of my meters. Or you could do like a zoom. That would be handy. Like you can zoom there. I'm here. So I want to go this way. There's a lot of cars here. Do I want to spend the time to grind these things up? Not particularly, no. Oh, I lost durability on my, lost durability on my pry bar because I touched a cardboard box with it. little radiation never hurt nobody. I don't even know what I'm picking up. That's what you want out of a game, isn't it? Players don't even know what they're going for.
That radio station's up on a hill somewhere. Eyes to the horizon.
That's where it came from, though, right? Yeah, that's where it started. Oh, I see. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Fuel nozzle. What? You have to do part or something? The car's not on. Okay. Maybe I have to... Oh, it's fucking cool. But I got me for a second. I need a pop up. Sure. Really? Can I use this on my gas tank? Yes. Whatever. honestly, not a very strong start, in my opinion. Losing my car.
Time to get moving. The instability's ticking up by the second. But you can't get back the way you came. The instability makes all routes one way. And that's where my arc device comes into play. It'll get you back to the garage, but it needs to be charged first. And to do that, you'll need anchors. Take a look at the arc device display. It maps all anchors in the nearby area. Find an anchor and
Feed it to the arc device to charge it. But don't you worry your pretty little head about how it works. You'll be out of here soon, so there's no reason to learn more about limb technology than you need to know.
Beep, beep, beep. Let's go there. Gas, gas, gas. Gotta step on the gas tonight. We fly. Oh my gosh, ABS comes on? That's crazy. Never thought I would. That's probably just telling you sliding out of control. What's that button?
Hey, Hoppy, look, I keep thinking, the way you're helping our friend here right now seems positively helpful. Seems like me.
The only thing I want to look
Nice.
at is a 12-year-old whiskey. And the back of this breacher's head when I send them packing.
But isn't it worth taking a detour to run just a tiny little test?
Can't think of a worse way to spend my time.
Please. I've seen you manipulate waveforms with your right hand and knock back a double with your left. Or am I to understand you've lost your touch?
Those anchors may look like glowing balls of magic, but it's limb tech through and through. Don't be scared. They haven't exploded in anyone's face. Recently.
Oh. All right.
The arc device is charged and ready.
My car.
Use it to open a gateway back to the
Come
garage.
back.
But it will immediately
No.
collapse the stability around you. So only activate when you're absolutely ready do not want to get caught in the storm that follows.
My God. Oh, I take health damage from touching the tree. It's broken. Alright. Front left bit empty. Link gateway. Gateway too close. This thing doesn't exactly seem to know what it wants. So what? Link gateway. Oh.
You see that glowing pillar into the sky? Drive into it. Yes, it looks like hot death, but it's so much better than getting scrambled by the instability.
Drive. My windshield wipers are stuck. Very annoying. I'm trying to drive. Oh, my car's off. I was just casually rolling downhill. Alright. Oh.
Oh, well, well. You're alive. We're certain if the zone didn't get you, that gateway would.
Did I not mention that you're the first human I've sent through that thing? I mean, they've been rodents, but it's not like it's completely untested. Anyway, it worked. So, you should have made it back with everything you collected out there. That's the beauty of the gateway. It's the only way to get back with all your marbles intact. Now, take those parts you found into the back room. I'll let you use my fabrication station. For now. That station will concoct ways for you to rig up anything from roof racks to flare guns. Assembling an antenna with those parts you brought back should be easy as pie, but it requires anchor juice to work its magic, so bring back as many as you can. And just because I haven't used that garage in decades doesn't mean you can trash the place. Mess up my equipment and I'll throw you to the anomalies so quick you'll get whiplash. We clear?
Impact hammer. Great. And stall on the roof. Okay. There's a walkway here. Okay.
Antenna signals coming through loud and clear. Give it a moment to initialize.
Improved antenna. Multiple times before overheating. Cobble together. Okay, so that's how you find missions. And then this is the matter deconstructor. And I need gears and a lot of scrap metal. So. Oh, what's this? Handbrake. Hand vac. Oh, so it's got stuff. Repair putty, canned food, a crude panel. So now I can do. Need gear and scrap. I thought I had scrap. So nowhere near as much as I thought. Okay. Oh, I see the problem here.
Make sure to empty your trunk before heading back out. You'll need the space.
Already checked the dumpster. Holy shit. Transfer trunk.
And we're patched. Everything's in working shape, more or less. I've hooked up the antenna to the route planner. Give it a look after you're done peeping through my garage.
So what's... Oh, so this is just a way you can carry more junk, I guess. suppose. Bumper took a lot of hits, and now it's better. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't feeling it. It's I don't think so. It's I like games. I mean I enjoy games where you like drive around and you scavenge stuff, but maybe it just hit me too much at once, or maybe it's like it's all like the little bits and bobs, right? Like there's just fewer locations that are more interesting would be way better. Um, or like, oh, I damaged my door, and it's like, all right, put a new door on the car, like pull one off of a broken station wagon and put it on. But it's just, I don't know, stopping every like 200 feet and running around a building, looting every container. I mean, the long drive just has all the stuff laying out. And you're like, is this interesting? No, then just leave it. But here you have to collect every little bit of scrap. And it's even worse because then it's like, all right, now you got to come in with the thing to break it down. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's not instant. It's like, it just takes time. And like nothing especially interesting has happened. So, no, like, I mean, the beginning where you just, did I just start? I did the first mission outside the tutorial, but this was still like a tutorial. It's like I'm still in the tutorial. It's, I don't know, it's just like, I play games where you collect a lot of crap, but this, I mean, you can collect crap, or you can have me break down crap, but you can't do both. Accessibility. Is there a thing that's like, sure. Surprised there's no like when you tear up the loot, it's like just put it in my fucking inventory. What happened to the floor? Oh my. I broke something, alright. Explain the game to me in 6 words or less. Stalker road trip. Yeah, that's about it. Stalker road trip. um, collectathon, crafting, survival. Because here's all the crap I picked up. I'm like, oh, cool. And instead of being like, I should have just given you the fucking blueprints and been like, oh, I need to get out. Remember Highway of the Dead? Where it's like, you increase your car, like it's a flash game, and it's like, oh yeah, here's all the stuff you get. But you're gonna need like, you're gonna need like armor, and you're gonna need to like go here, and you're gonna need weapons, and it's like, all that makes sense. Except it's kind of like you should just do runs. I mean, it's almost like a roguelike in that way. It's like go out, get resources. But none of it's that interesting in the sense that, like, I don't know. Battery jumper. I don't have a battery jumper. Setting. I thought there would be more driving. So how about we keep all items. Faster nights. Yeah. Car damage. Player damage. Oh, you can just fucking. Sure. Sure. Realism. Easy ignition. Modifiers. Resource top off fuel, battery levels, and player health when it reaches the auto shop. You can do that anyway. Successful run, free repair. I don't know. There, 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 there. It's got a nice inventory system, I guess. Okay, whatever. Bumper door installed. What's missing? That. No bumpers. Trunk door. Can I make a trunk door? Battery jumper. Can't make that. Whatever. I guess I gotta go over here now.
Ready to make this remnant verification a one-and-done thing? I'm sending you to visit Colossal Cappy. If that old anomaly doesn't induce electromagnetic resonance in your car, then we're free from Tobias's fever dreams and we can get you out of here. With that antenna fixed, you can now detect stabilized road junctions in the outer zone. You've got a stable route heading straight to Cappy's front door, but the energy readings are off the roof. I advise you not to take the zone lightly. You better gear up or you may not survive the trip. Which would make my life easier, so your call.
And a lot of, like, this really should be a driving game, but a lot of it's go and then stop, and go and stop and go, stop and go. Because you have to pick up all the resources, and instead of like just having huge caches of it and spread out locations, you just... Bob, tell me a story. What kind of story? The controller's going up. There once was an ugly barnacle, and he was so ugly, everyone died. The end. Heavy fog, oh boy, my favorite. Oh. Check the map.
The Octovice needs different charge levels to overcome the conditions for a gateway. You'll have to feed anchors to the Octovice until it's satisfied.
And she'll tell you how many she needs at any given time.
See, come here. Take all the crap. Come here. Take all the crap. Open the door. Open this. Take all the crap. Open this. Take all the crap. Yep. I can get close that. Get back in the car. Something else interesting. Get out of the car. What's in here? Oh, look, there's more junk. What's in here? Oh, it's just more random crap. I mean, like, if it was less like open world survival craft and more like grab shit. It was more like just grab the important stuff. I could see it. Off. You know what this game needs? Forget all this loot stuff. Forget all this. I'll tell you how to make this game better. Mission rewards. All right? Mission rewards. Forget all the go into the house and grab the 16 t-shirts. Forget like, oh, you got to break in. Forget this. Like, oh, you want this phone? I'm gonna have to use your grinder on it. Oh, look, you need plastic fabric. Oh, better take that. You never know when you'll need that. Forget all that. You know what? The game would be more interesting if this weird stuff happened. And it was just mostly in your car. Because if you do mission rewards, you're like, oh, I gotta drive through, and it's like, oh, I need some iron. I better take this path. That's not a good path, but I need the iron to repair my car and get the stuff. And then you don't have to, well, better take that. You never know when you'll need that. And you're like driving through the zone, dodging the stuff, getting the and then you could have like actually interesting locations and like reasons to jump out of your car. Because when you jump out of your car every 10 feet, it like you don't feel so naked because you're supposed to bond with your car, right? They're like, oh no, it attaches to you, and you slowly become more obsessed with it. I'm like, it's a car. It gets me there. Just drive around, collect garbage, and strap garbage to my car. Honestly, I had more connection to my car in the long drive because, you know, you have to get the engine in it. Like, you actually drive for a significant length of time. It's like, do I care about any of these places? No. But in a long drive, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I hope the next building is a gas station, so don't hit the people. I hope the next building is a gas station, because otherwise I might run out of fuel. Then I have to walk and find fuel, and that's gonna suck and be terrible. And then in here, I'm just like, whatever. Like, there's resources all over the place. And then, but if you don't get them, as opposed to like having, you can get like a little bit extra, you know? As opposed to just getting a little bit extra, you know, for doing the mission. You have to do this. You have to get out all the time. Also, apparently I'm too close to the exit point. So now I have to drive away from it. Be too close to the exit. I want it to be easy. mean, like, why are any of these more important than anything else? It's just all nonsense to me. Do you want to walk around for hours and pick up random trash that might be useful? Then that you'll probably need, so you better pick it up? No? Well, sorry, bucko. I don't have any good stories. Not really not in public service anymore.
What's this? Are you learning a thing or two?
Okay. I'm also fucking
My dear newbie.
this is
there's
the
no-
varlet person, and it's like, stop talking down to me. I'm tired of fucking old women talking down to me in video games. Oh, you don't know anything? And it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not like a fucking doctor of electromagnetic science or whatever. Alright? I don't see you out here driving a car and getting places, okay? Ugh. No, don't look at my dashboard. No. Let's play a real game. Here we go. Who we playing, boys? You got your class and you got your race right here. Dwarf, plant, crystal, devour, shadow, or undead. Alright, who we playing, boys? You better tell me. Oops. Need to get my laundry. Story. What story do I have? What stories do I have in my boring life? It's not like I have a shrimpleton I work with. I'm not really in the mood to rant about John, who's the smartest person in the world and also forgot that Celsius and Fahrenheit are two different things. And forgot that he's like 100 degrees, people live in that all the time. And it's like, Celsius? You know, maybe we shouldn't leave the oven on overnight, or not overnight, over the weekend when nobody's here. Oh, 100 degrees, that's not so bad. Or he plugs like 3 different pieces of equipment to the same plug, and it's like an oven, a vacuum, and something else, and it's like in a compressor, and it's like, I tell a maintenance, I'm like, the maintenance guy, he's cool, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't think you can run those 3 big machines on the same circuit. And he's like, yeah, that seems about right. And he comes up, and this man, he cannot be wrong. He's a scientist, and everybody knows science is being right every time, uh, and just never making a mistake or being wrong about something, uh, and having to adjust like your view or your hypothesis. He's like, no, it's probably just the fuse. I mean, those old fuses, like, they'll go for anything. It's like, yeah, yeah. Because he's absolutely insufferable to argue with. Rick didn't hear this, but So we were having the town hall at work, and all the usual stuff. Here's the employee of the month. We're gonna have an event here on this day. Here's the company status. We're telling him it's like thanks all for your service and blah blah blah. And someone points out, they go, "Oh, well, there's an eclipse in April, and we are we're in a pretty good spot for it. So, can we like take half an hour and go out during the eclipse time?" And this guy, this head scientist, is like, "Well, technically, um, we're not in the prime total eclipse zone." And everybody in the room just like, does that over the shoulder, like disgusted face, like, the black girl who has like her hand like up and flat, and she's like, "Are you for real?" And, and that meme picture, and like, why? And he's like, "Well, it's like, so still an eclipse, and we're right on the cusp of the prime viewing zone. Like the prime viewing zone is like Evansville, which is like an hour away, and this is not the prime viewing area. So like what? So just don't look at it. Like don't bother. Like congrats, you're so smart. You're right. You're right about everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. This isn't the prime total eclipse zone. So why even bother watching it? Oh fuck. And he's like, don't do that. I'm like, why? And he's like, because water. We'll get into it. It's like, what do you mean water? Like, there's not water. So we have these amidites, right? And they will hydrolyze, which is it's basically keep water out of it because water reacts with it and breaks it down and makes it no good. And he so the old system was you take the amidite, which comes in a powder, and you dissolve it in acetonitrile, which is a liquid, and you we just pour them into these big jugs, which we would rinse out, and there wasn't any cross contamination. So like you have a amidite, and you have the old stuff. You pour it out, you rinse the bottle, and then you pour the new dissolved amidite into it, and then you drop a trap pack, which just traps water. Um, and then you put it, we usually made it in advance, and it would sit, it would usually sit for a day. And he comes in, and since he knows everything, he's like, this G amidite has been sitting here for a week, which means it has water in it. And he's like, I tested it and it has water in it. Can I see your test results? No. No, no, you don't need to see them. Just trust me. It has water in it. I was like, did you like test one that's fresh? A control group? It, that's not important. There's water in it. I was okay. So you have one example. Every time he tells the story, he's like a week, 2 weeks, and it's like the expiration date is a month. Okay, if we put it on the machine, it's not going to be there for another month. It's just how long it's good for. So he throws a fit. We change the expiration date to 2 weeks, and then we don't even make them in advance anymore. And he's like, well, and he tries something new, and it doesn't work because the trap packs, what they do is they take water out of the solution. And you know what we were doing? We made them in advance, and the trap pack would sit in that solution. And for 24 hours, it would take water out of the solution. Crazy, I know, bizarre. It's like people, like scientists have worked on this before and they knew what they were doing. Um, so so his bright plan was, oh, we need to keep water out of it. You know the acetonitrile? Yeah, there's water in that. And it's like, why is there water in the acetonitrile? And he's like, there's water in it. It's like some degree of water in everything. You know air. You know what humidity is. There's water in the air. Okay, like it's gonna happen. And he's even though like 99.9% of our failures are either operator error or machine error, he's like, no, this is what we should focus on. This is what we should change everything about. Not like getting you better equipment, not like changing programs so they're like work better, not getting you a speaker so when the machine says alarm, you go and check on it. No, no, that has to be silent. Like you can't you can't hear the machine when it goes machine alarm and then you go and check on it. No, you can't have that. You know, having plug-in speakers is too much. No, we need to put the powdered amidite in a bottle and that's the pre-prep. And I'm like, this isn't pre-prep. All right, like they're not made. You still need to add the amide. You still need to add the water or the ACN to it. You're just took the powder and put it in a jar. That's not really faster. You're like, oh yes, we pre-made these biscuits by taking the flour out and putting them in bowls. Like, I, I, I guess you could argue it's faster. Look, now you don't need to take the flour out and put it in the bowls. It's like, but it's the flour was already pre-measured. You just take the bag and you dump it in. It made no sense. And if you try to argue with him, he'll just like say a bunch of big words. And I'm sure if you like actually wrote it out, it would actually make no sense. Like just it's just full of logical fallacies. But nobody cares. Listen, he has a doctorate. Okay, he's got a piece of paper that he paid for. Okay, like it, and then we ask for SOPs, which are like written instructions for what we need to do. We don't actually need them, but if you need to reference them or if, like you do something and it goes wrong and like you can point to it and be like, this is what you want us to do, and it went wrong. So it's not my fault that you guys don't like actually know what you want to happen. Yeah, he just doesn't write those. Listen, he has better things to do than like write out instructions. And recently, he's gotten in trouble because he tells people to do different things, and guess what? It doesn't work. And then he blames other people for doing it wrong. And in the meeting, they're like, "Well, those idiots should just do what I say and do it right." And the boss is like, all right, Logan, did your team have a work instruction? And he's like, no. And he's like, well, the fucking idiots should just do what I say, and they obviously just did it wrong. And it's like, Logan, did your team have a work instruction? did did John put what needed to be done in writing? And it should be the easiest thing. It's just like make a change, and you're like, just write it on a piece of paper and email it to you like, for this process, I want you to do this, 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 and this, and that's important. So because when you do an experiment, it needs to be replicated. So you need to mark down every single thing you do. But he's above that. Just do what he says. And if you do what he says and it's wrong, or he changes his mind after the fact, well, I guess that's just your fault. So anyway, digressing. So we have these dry powder in these bottles, and then we're like, this is dumb. And then he's like, no, well, actually, we're just going to take 2 bottles of amidite, put it in half the volume of ACN, make a stock solution out of it, and put a trap pack in it. And we're like, why why is storing it in a liquid this way better than how we originally did it? And he like snapped at me for it because we all had the question. I just asked it, and he like got in my face about it. And I told Arik that like Arik's supposed to be the supervisor, but he's spineless. He's a whinge, and I'm like, that's not okay. Um, because it's just not me. Like we honestly all had this question, but whatever, he's just gonna cry about it. And so we did it, and it's way more effort. Like it's way more prep time for no discernible increase. He's like, "Oh no, the Amadites are better. Can I see your data?" No, no one can see the data but him, and I'm pretty confident he's like manipulating his data because another researcher, uh, he he was sending it to like everybody, just as you do, you send your results to like, well, here's the floor manager, here's the guy I want to send them to, here's the other person who might be interested. Yelled at him for he's like, no, you only send that to me. And I was like, the only time you do that stuff like that is if you're hiding something, because you don't want other people to look at your data and be able to like discern it and pick it apart. So you're like manipulating it. You're telling people who have business degrees these things that they don't fully grasp, and they're just going to trust you for it because they hired you to do this job and they hope that you do it well, and you're just being disingenuous about it. And other departments have like, I guess he's actually like fucked in the head somehow because he's made like comments that you really shouldn't talk about with like women, and he's like described a woman's face. She's like he's like, oh, you shouldn't touch your pretty little face or you'll get a pretty little scar. And it's like, dude, that's creepy as fuck. And then there's this girl I work with. She's Paola. Um, her father is out of the picture, and she's like, I don't know. She's talking to someone else, and she's like, yeah, she's like bad mouthing him, and she's like, you should oh, you should respect your dad, blah blah blah. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna respect the guy who walked out on me. Like like who are you to talk about this? And I'm sorry, John, that you're divorced because all you do is talk about going home and having drinks and fucking dropping acid. Like alcoholism's not a personality. I'm sorry. Like every day, it's like I want to go home and have a drink, and I was like, I thought like I was a big drinker. Like I mean, I haven't drunk anything in like 3 weeks now, uh, but when I do, it's like I like to drink a lot in one go. Uh, because it's the weekend. It's the weekend. I work for the week to party on the weekends. But like every work day, just like chill. And me and my coworker like discerned that he it's like your coworkers sound funny as hell. He's great. Yeah, they're all my coworkers are great. Everybody is pretty good except like two people. And we're pretty sure he's divorced. So that's why he's like, "Oh, you should respect like your dad." And it's like because his kids probably don't talk to him and he's divorced, and I don't know his whole situation, but it's like you're kind of trying to talk to your kids vicariously, and she's like, no, fuck off. He walked out, he said he'd rather be an alcoholic, and he left the family, so it's like, I don't give a shit. I, I cut him out of my life and I'm better for it. He's like, oh, 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 oh no. I couldn't imagine why anybody would want to get away from this insufferable man. Then, ah, back to the amidite. So they're in a liquid. They take way longer because you have to, uh, you have to dissolve them. And guess what? If you dissolve twice the amount of amidite and half the amount of liquid, it's going to take 4 times as long. And so they just leave these sitting out, and it has to dissolve, and then you put a trap back in it. And he's like, no, this way the water gets out, because then we have the trap pack and it absorbs the water out of the stock solution. And I'm like, in my head, it's like we originally did it. We just diluted it and we put a trap back in it and it would sit there and take the water out. He's like, well, you guys were accidentally doing the right thing. Accidentally. That's what we've been doing ever since we came here. And guess what? Other people, other doctors have come in and figured this out before you. I could probably be a doctor too if they paid me $70,000 a year to sit and read Reddit to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to be doing. Okay? Like, it's like he went on to, he's like, Google how make amidites better, and read something. It's like water bad. And he's like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to try to do forever. And he's not like, oh, okay, here's how we used to do it. Here's our redo rates, and we're in these oligos. This is how it is. Here's the new ones. As you can see, like it's more work, but it's obviously better. That's all he has to do is go, yeah, I know this is more work, but the results here speak for themselves. So this is what we're going to do now. That's all he has to do is just show me that it's better. Like if it's more work, you have to show people why more work will pay off. But so far, I'm I'm utterly not convinced. So he's done this, and now you're like, all right, so now I want to make amidite. We have the stock solution, which took way more work. And then now you have to go over and measure it out using like a syringe and a tube, which he thought he was so smart that you take a 20 milliliter normal medical syringe and he put a piece of tubing on the end of it. He's like, look, you just go right in and we have minimal air contact, completely ignoring the fact that there's air in the bottle. Like there is no way of getting around that. Yeah, you can put argon in it, but you're still pulling it out of one bottle and going into the other. And he's like trying to think of all this crazy shit, and it's like it just doesn't fucking work, man. It's not worth the effort. The 2 seconds it's in contact with air, the trap pack will take care of it. And it's gonna be gone in 2 weeks anyway. Like it's gonna be sitting under helium with a trap pack. It's all fine. It is fine. We are not a research laboratory. We are not doing hyper specialized oligos. We are running 4,000 a day. Like, it is not a problem to have 100 redos, okay? Like, we just throw those on another plate and run them again. It's fine. It's like we'll sacrifice a little bit of throughput for efficiency. Like like if we do away with this and we can run 1,000 more oligos because we're not fucking around doing this, and there's 100 redos. Guess what? We're up 900 redos. Like it's fine. We're coming out ahead. Doesn't don't care. No, whatever. No, no. I'm smart. I'm the smart guy. I can't be wrong. We're just gonna keep pushing through with this. I didn't know. I didn't write any SOPs. I didn't change anything. I didn't go through anybody. Just do what I say. Just do what I say. Okay. Like I just want to be in charge. Just do what I say. Like oversight. Other people checking in on this. The crew doesn't want to implement this. Like they're not convinced that it will work. No, I'm in charge. I'm the boss. It's like, okay, well, we only have four synthesis people. So, if you can't convince a majority of four people to do what you say, uh, I don't know. And this guy is also apparently in the hiring interviews. This guy who's so insufferable, he's also admitted that he's been in several disciplinary meetings in regards to himself, just his behavior, how he talks to people. Like he is very, very rude and he comes off as very abrasive and very disciplinary meetings of how he talks to people. And apparently in that one where he's like trying to call out specials, which is who I mentioned earlier, where they're like, "Do you have a work instruction?" He was swearing up and down, like it was like very bad. I was like, "How do you hire this guy?" Just say, just so he gets, say what? Just say water. And he goes, ah! It's like the Wicked Witch. He's like, water! I'm melting! Melting! What happened to you? What made you like this? Oh, fuck. Just destroy him. One time he put his hand on my shoulder because I was trying to figure out. I was like, "Well, we need these bottles," because he wanted to switch to like from 5 liter bottles to 2 liter bottles because there's less air in it. Even though when it's under pressure of helium, well, I don't know. Like, is it really that much less air? Does it matter? But he got his way. So now we have 2 liter bottles and also not enough of them because he wouldn't listen. And I'm like, well, those machines will need 4 and this machine will be 4. I'm like going around doing a count, trying to solve a problem. He's like, I'll just order a box. And it's like, like why even bother? Why know what we need to have? You know how division works? Where, guess what? If one box is 12 and I need 14, we're going to need 2 boxes. That's insane. No, no. And he's like, I was like, in the new machine, also like they have 1 liter bottles now, but we'll have 2 liter bottles. And he like jumped up in my face and like, no, we're not going to switch those back. And then later on, we switched it anyway because our supervisor was too lazy to fucking make 1 liter bottles. It's also stupid because all the same machines should use the same bottles. Is that crazy? Is that insane? Like, why not do that? Like, why? Why wouldn't it? All the high, all the high throughput CFS machines should do that. Nope. No, 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 no. And instead of just keeping the big 4 liter jugs, he runs up to so one needed more than 2 liters of amidite, and instead of just getting the 5 liter bottle and filling it with the 3 liters of amidite it needed, he went to engineering and they he had them put on a extra 1 liter bottle onto it, like in sequence. Like the 1 liter bottle went into the 2 liter bottle and then it went into the machine. And I'm like, why? Why would you do this? Now there's just more crap on the back of the machine. Like, why? And we've used it once for that one run. Like, why? Why bother? Why would you do this? But no, why ask the people who work on it? He knows everything. Like, why bother? You know, like you only have 4 people who work on it, and one of them doesn't care. And then there's us 2, and then one guy's new. So it's like who, like why? Why even care? it just blows my mind, and no one seems to listen. So I was considering getting a new job. Fuck. So now we're doing an experiment. We've replaced one of the machines with amidite that I made the old-fashioned way, and it's easy and it's quick, and we're just gonna see if anybody fucking notices it. Someone described this game as very autistic, and I said, okay, I'll bite. After this is created, an allied copy of a non-neutral cube below to your hand, except it's an upgrade. Makes it combine with the cubes below it. Charging earth gun. Oh, I see the problem. So I want this, and then actually I want this. Oh. Yeah, just get them, boys. I don't quite understand how this works, but oh. Yeah, go get him, boys. Yeah, beat his ass. There you go. Before starting, your leader takes damage. All damage is negated. Elite recruitment. After an ally is placed, there's only a 5% chance. Sure. I don't know what this means. No. Stop it. No! My plants! Oh god. This is not good. There we go. Yeah, just beat his ass. This got him. There's a crab. Replicrab. Easy. I don't really have a lot to spend on these guys. Maybe I'll just... Oh. Send in the boys. They're tearing through them. Bush. Heal 1 HP 17 times. That's a lot of HP. Burrowing Vengeance. Where this dies, deal 3 damage to the cube, which killed it. Every 20 seconds, create a Vengeful Spirit. Where this dies, deal to kill this. Okay, so it just fucking hurts people. I don't know. I'm kind of bored. I forgot I made this. uh, oh, that's good. Oh, right. Yeah, I needed that. I don't know. Just eat video games, simple as. All right, I think that's gonna be enough for now. I gotta get my laundry out anyway, so I'll see y'all on the flip side.